Hello everyone and welcome to a quick video of my top tips for Headquarters World War II. Now these are mostly geared towards a single player campaign, but some are also pertinent for multiplayer, even if only partially. Other than the first one, which is my top tip, these come in no particular order, so my top tip for Headquarters World War II is: do not rush your gameplay. You have so much time to complete the single player missions. For most of them during my playthrough, I only used around half of the available turns for each mission, so take your time and play to your own strategy. There's no need to go rushing around into the enemy's crosshairs to be picked off piecemeal. If you need to take a turn or two to maneuver into position or scout ahead, then take them. It's not a race. This leads on to another one of my tips: vision is key. Make sure you scout ahead and try to spot the enemy before they spot you. You know where the enemy are, you can maneuver your troops to take them out with minimal risk or damage to your own troops, or you can even just shoot them with your hidden artillery waiting in your back lines for a target. Next up is a quick one. You can use artillery, mortars, or any other indirect fire units to cancel enemy units' overwatch. So even if a successful hit guarantees 0 damage, you can still put that to use and make things safer for your other troops to maneuver around and get into positions to make those kill shots. Whilst we're talking about scouting and vision, I would be remiss if I didn't add that if at all possible, never send any vehicle around the corner of cover without first knowing what may be hiding there, waiting to shoot you with a flanking shot. Whilst vehicles generally have high front armor, their side armor or even back armor can sometimes be a bit lacking. Tanks can be used very effectively to hold choke points, but don't go flashing their ass to the enemy. So these 3 previous points all add up to another tip, and that is: take a mix of units for your missions. Infantry, tanks, artillery, scouts, and transports all have their strengths and weaknesses, and taking a mix of these will help you to use them to cover for each other's weaknesses, whilst also helping to use their strengths against the enemy. Of course, certain factions favour one type of unit over the others, for instance the Germans and their tanks, and certain missions can also tip the scale slightly more to one side, but don't neglect the other units to do the things that your primary units just can't. Now we're coming towards the end. This is a very quick tips video, and so now just a couple more tips. When playing missions, don't forget your headquarters skills. They vary slightly from mission to mission, but they can really help you push the odds in your favor, whether it's just healing your units or boosting your morale, or maybe even chucking down some smoke. They can turn the tables right when you need them. And my final tip for the campaign and playing Headquarters World War II is: when you're playing the missions on the campaign, wherever possible, try to complete the secondary objectives along with the primary ones. Every time you complete all the secondary objectives, you get a second officer skill to spend on improving your units for the following missions, which over the course of the campaign can really add up. These officer skills can really give your units a nice boost. One of my favorites is the concealment skill. This makes it so your scout units don't trigger enemy overwatch, which greatly reduces the risk when scouting ahead, and can give you beautiful opportunities to use the rest of your units to their maximum potential. So that sums it up. It's a very short, quick and sweet tips video for Headquarters World War II. I hope you found them helpful and informative, and this just leaves me to say that until next time, I hope that you can stay safe, happy and healthy.